When I come to, I'm standing in the jellyfish booth. My body and clothes are just the same, and there's a mistiness to the edge of my vision. There's no erosion or sign of bugs eating away at the aquarium, so I realize quickly that this is a scene Mari has created. How ironic. Why did she choose this place? Sakuragi Isao is also here. He looks to the sky to ask his question, but no reply comes. This place was constructed after my death, and is a place detached from my ideal. For Manton Aquarium, you could say it's the one place that has no connection to me. Sometimes as he talks, the director's body sways. As I think that he is perhaps looking at me, I am once again in a similar situation to before. By limiting my location, you intend to oppose me then. However, we no longer have any time to waste. The director is definitely not looking at me, so I decide to take a step in his direction. You are a human. That's right, you couldn't get away. Still, there's nothing to worry about. You were merely heading for your demise. As you can tell by my unchanging eyes and boring tone, you're merely trembling before your own sins. The one meeting with you is merely one part of me. The majority of me is still continuing the erosion. Soon I shall conquer that girl. You were scared, weren't you? You were made to believe. Even if I die, nothing is impossible. That's why you chose to hate, to throw away your humanity and to evade their reproachful eyes. You are already losing your form. That's what happens whenever you lose your form, you go slightly insane. You understand what that means, don't you? Unrelated to your will, there's nothing for you to do but become a part of the larger flow of wills. You're trying to run away, as if nothing ever happened. Even now, that basis hasn't changed. That's why you can't run away from the fact that you're a human. There's no difference between the directive known as Sakuragi Isao and us. Silence! Anger. Or he could have just said that really boring, like, silence. Fools! In contrast to his emotionless up to this point, he shouts as if to obstruct my words. This is probably the feeling of anger, which means we're doing the right thing here. As if acting in concert with this, several tanks in the jellyfish booth break. I close my eyes out of shock at the sound, but manage not to raise my voice in response. I'm watching the director's wavering form as I say, "So, you aren't a human after all." At almost the same time as I finish saying this, everything is dyed in black. The jellyfish booth disappears in an instant, and it becomes like we have sunk into the lightless ocean. When I lay my eyes on that last scene, it is the truth I see through. Mari erasing the directive is likely to stop the director. I sink further, as I feel something brush against my butt. Oh, the butt again. Darkness once again gives way to the world. It's the deep-sea fish booth I visited with Mari and Sayo. Like it was before, the mist still hasn't faded from my vision. Why? Why am I not being sublimated? Letting out a cry, his form is clearer than before. I stand up and once again face him. I think there's no one who's okay with dying. No matter what happens, no one feels happy to die. Not with Mari, not me. Surely not Himeno or Sayo. Maybe not even Sagano Rieko or you. If only someone could have accepted you in spite of your self-loathing. With that alone, you might have been saved. Don't speak as if you know. My objective is to become a concept. It isn't to escape. Mom, I want to be a concept. You can't just tell me what to do. Oh, God. The tank pulses and all the water changes to blood. Blood. Only conceptual blood, though. Before the red light that flows out fills the whole room, I once again sink into the sea of darkness. He's probably already realized that he cannot escape. I think the biggest problem is that some of the hardest things to translate between languages is, it's easy, I mean, relatively speaking, it's easy to translate simple things like, that there's a penguin on the shelf, you can translate that. But trying to translate an idea or a concept is a lot harder to do. And I think that might be why this is coming across kind of confusing, is a little vague. And trying to relay non-real concepts, not physical concepts, I should say, is definitely a lot harder to do. Not really faulting them for that, I suppose. It's just, probably why this is a little bit confusing and a little bit weird. Not showing any surprise, Sakuragi Isao stands stock still. I drift towards the souvenir stand. It's the place that, 5 years ago, led to Mari and I being separated forever. People do good things and bad things. Isn't that natural? For me it is. Right, Mari? That's exactly why I asked Mari. Mari, enveloped in light, is there. The light is so intense that it's incomparable to anything that came before. That's right, even though you should have at least traded with me. I'm sorry about that time. Are you still mad? I'm not mad, since you said you were sorry. I'm also sorry. Looks like my time is up. I'm going to disappear. Yeah, but since it's you, Mari, I'm sure you'll be happy no matter where you go. You too, big sister. That's because it's our wish. Time is terribly short. We finally reached this parting. One that took the passage of 5 years to last only half a day, and could never be enough. Still, I am satisfied with it. Reality will not change. I know that no matter what I do today, I can never revive Mari. That's why, at the very least, I don't want to have regrets. Those feelings are granted in this moment. Mari, you okay? Yeah, I know. I'm not okay, help. What? This body is... A blue light begins flowing out of Sakuragi Isao's body. I have transcended my individuality. Why am I disappearing as Sakuragi Isao? Mari is taking you with her. No matter what sins you're shouldering, since you're a human, the place you will go is the same. Stop this. I will eternally live as a concept. Mom, don't take away my special feelings, but this is proof that your soul has already accepted its humanity. I don't take my eyes off the disappearing director. Stop this, please, No! It takes no time at all for him to become particles and become one with the light. He crossed over, suffering as a human. Fear is born only in the hearts of humans. I have no idea whether or not he was saved. Not my problem. Taking a small breath, I turned to Mari, who has almost completely become light. Mari. There's no response, merely a nod. She's enveloped by a gentle light. Whether Mari is a human or a mere concept, I am honestly not sure. Without a doubt, Mari was able to interfere in this world after all. But the last expression Mari showed me was a smile. At the very least, I was saved by her. That's why, from now on, I'll treat her wish like a treasure and continue to help it come true. No matter what, to me, she was human. And then I realized that I'm in an aquarium falling to pieces and I'm dead. That night I dreamt of a whale swimming into the heavens. Numerous fish were chasing its large tail fin, the swell creating whirlpools. The mixture of light and dark was like deja vu. Mayu, Mayu! It's a familiar voice calling my name that wakes me up. Yelling at a hospital patient. Do you have no common sense? There's another voice as well. Even in my sleep, I know right away the owners of the voices. But I'm worried about her. I finally woke up and was surprised to hear from the nurse that my friend was in the hospital too. So much that I couldn't stand. You're so noisy. This isn't your area of expertise, so just be quiet and wait. When you put it that way, it isn't yours either, Sayo-chan. Whatever, chubby. Hey, that has nothing to do with this, and I'm not particularly chubby. You're somewhat like a cow, making you at least 10 kilos heavier than me. I'm not that heavy. There's a 10 kilo difference between me before Sayo eats, and you after you've eaten. You're talking about yourself in third person. That's weird. Hey, what's up with that meanness? And you speak in the third person quite often. Okay, so that she was supposed to. Could you be prissy? I'm not prissy. Don't push the boundaries of common sense. I think it's fine. You can be so cute and yet you still have these moments, Sayo-chan. Don't make fun of me. Jeez, don't be so loud around a hospital patient, Bog. Finally, my body has begun to awaken. The desire to stay like this with my eyes closed lingers. Himeno and Sayo continue their exchange. I'm not sure when it was that they got to know each other, but regardless, they're like fire and oil. Speaking of which, the two of them mentioned a hospital patient. Does that mean, in this case, I'm the patient? I could hear the two of you out there. This is a hospital. Don't you think you should be a little quieter? Another voice mixes in with the other two, who are getting along as well as dogs and cats, and now I begin to find myself really confused. Looking through thin slits, a small girl is standing next to Himeno and Sayo. She's probably shorter than I am, and is wearing a soft and frilly dress. Yeah, how'd you not die? She's fashionable and quite a different type from Himeno and Sayo. You did it! Sayo-chan did it! Okay, now. If you fight every day, you'll just annoy Mayumi-chan. She warns the both of them in a gentle tone. I close my eyes once more, and think about what I should do. Well, it's already been a week since Mayu was hospitalized. The doctor said her life is in no danger, but I'm worried. I see. Been hospitalized for a week already. It was the end of June when we visited Manton Aquarium, so it should now be about the first week of July. There was something really, really big waiting for me in July. There's finals next week. Without realizing it, I pop up. Pushing up the white fabric, I once more realized that this is a hospital room. Even though I felt differently on the day I hung out with Himeno, I had intended to study. My results from the previous midterm exams weren't good, so I'd planned to take about 2 weeks to study, but... I awakened too quickly for my liking, and surely in a different way than what they expected. Himeno, blinking her eyes rapidly, stares at me. From a surprised look to a smile, then to a tearful one. In such a short span of time, all of Himeno's feelings come across to me. Himeno? Mayu. Before I realize it, drops begin to fall from my eyes as well. For me, it's equivalent to a reunion after several hours, so why do I feel so nostalgic? Mayu! Unable to bear it any longer, Himeno leaps at me. Feeling the softness of her and her warmth, I'm sure that this really is my best friend. I'm here too. Sayo-chan, did you want in on the warm and fuzziness as well? Don't make this weird. For a while, Himeno doesn't leave my side. It doesn't bother me at all, so I hug her back, and we remain on top of the bed like that until the doctor comes. After that, a lot of difficult things happened. First, somehow, on that day, at midnight on the dot, it seems I had collapsed at the entrance to Manton Aquarium. The security officer who had found me called an ambulance, and I was hospitalized, bringing us to the present. Sayo was immediately hospitalized, and Himeno, who had been with her, fell into a slight panic learning that I had also been brought in. The soft and frilly girl, her name is Minato Miku. She's Sayo's classmate and was apparently one of the victims of Manton Aquarium. So she has been hospitalized here in the same hospital up until now. On that day, her mental state was restored. Ah, so we saved her, gotcha. From this to that, it seems a lot has happened, but those are all other stories. Like the fact that somehow I avoided any sort of interrogation from my parents, or that despite the doctor trying to get me to rest, I've been studying really hard since I woke up. Or that once again a gravestone has been made for Mari. All of those are other stories. I have no time to think about how I'm going to live my life from now on. Surely my busy days will continue, but ever since that date, something surrounded me has definitely changed. That's why, just a little, I'll live my life facing things head on. Never looking back to that aquarium again, because that was a terrible experience. Is that an ending? Ah, we finally got another true ending. Dear God, that was a lot of extra dialogue I was not expecting. I think this is a different song. Suppose it fits the, I mean, I think it's the same singer. So that's cool, I guess. Well, I don't know if it's coming across or not. I wouldn't say I don't like the game. I actually like it. I think it's, kind of quirky, but interesting. But I will say it's starting to grate on me how long it's taking. And, like I said, oh God, okay, we're gonna have to turn that down a bit. Like I said, the more complicated a topic becomes, the harder it is to translate. Like, you know, you might be able to have a simple conversation in another language, but being able to relay detailed medical information would be a lot more difficult. In the same way, trying to detail concepts is pretty difficult. So, you know, it might make sense why it's a bit confusing, because the translation might not have been 100% super accurate, or at least 100% understandable. That's probably a better way to put it, actually. Anyway, I'm gonna drop something. I'm gonna go ahead and cut to, if anything interesting happens, or otherwise to the main menu. Ah, there is more. Cool. The first day of summer break. I'm leaning against a pillar in Manton Station. Of course, the reason is because I'm waiting for someone, having come before the appointed meetup time. I'm spacing out standing against the third pillar from the left. Doing this makes me remember that day. The day I visited Manton Aquarium. The day of farewell where I faced destiny. It makes sense, but beginnings are always so normal. There are 5 minutes until our meeting time. At that time, Himeno came early, but I wonder how today will go. Come to think of it, this is our first meeting time going out since then. Just as I lose awareness of my surroundings, my memories are brought back as if in reaction to my situation. The world of fear and horror, the Red Mansion Aquarium. We're talking about a world that's long gone, but right now, I'm being clearly reminded of it. That's right, it's... Kya! In an instant, my vision has dyed pitch black. Even though my eyes are open, I can't see a thing. Something cold to the touch is touching my face. It's becoming hard to breathe. However, I don't feel afraid. Rather, I feel irritated. Himino. That's the second time. Himino pulls away the hand that had covered my eyes and mouth, and suddenly swings around in front of me, holding up 2 fingers and laughing. I respond by puffing up my cheeks at Himino, who seems to be enjoying this from the bottom of her heart. She's right on time, so I guess her prank is her way of making things even. Jeez, you're so mean. You scared me. How do I put it? That's a staple of my routine. You know, this isn't good for my heart. Today Himino is wearing a pink one-piece dress and an emerald green cardigan. It's the first time I've seen her in these clothes, so it may be that she got them especially for this day. Along similar lines, I also actually have brand new clothes on today. They're very summery, and the color matches well with my beloved boot sandals, so they're perfect for going out. Himino, of course, seems to have noticed, and we talk for some time. During our conversation, my eyes drift to the big Boston bag Himino is once again carrying. Himino, why do you still have that bag? Himino puffs up her chest with pride and begins fishing around inside of it. You see? Ah, geez, it's fine. Could it be that you want to include that in your routine too? Oh, have I been found out? Geez, Himino. Speaking of which, earlier you said something about being faster than me. What was that about? You want to know, Mayu-chan? When you say it like that, it piques my curiosity. But I can't tell you yet. You're not ready, Mayu? Geez, don't get mad at me. Next week, I promise I'll tell you. Why's that? I'm gonna want to know today. Next week, then it'll have been a whole month that she's been stalling. And now she says I have to wait another week. What's the point in putting it off for that long? Having thought that far, I place my hand to my mouth with an ah. When I have a hunch, my face immediately becomes hot. From Himeno's point of view, I'm sure there's mistaking the redness in my face. Next week, that's my birthday. I start to say, but then close my mouth. Himeno looks at me somewhat bashfully. She's not really good with surprises and the like. Rather than being annoying, I find this to be so like Himeno and charming. When our eyes meet once again, we both become strangely embarrassed. Well, what a pleasant mood. Sayo-chan, shall we get them to let us join in? Huh? I don't get it at all. You're not very earnest. Sayo, Miku-san. Their timing is matched with the arrival of a train. Almost in sync with the flow of people, the two of them arrive. Our meeting time on the dot. Hello. You can leave out the honorifics. We're all Sayo's friends and all, and I'm calling you Mayumi-chan after all. When I greet her, Miku always returns my greeting in a relaxed tone. Miku-chan, long time no see. Himeno-chan, it's been almost a month. You two are getting on well. Sayo, you two. Oh, somebody saying something good, gotta, get a little angry. That brusque way of clicking your tongue at what I say hasn't changed. It hasn't been more than a month leading up to today, the first day of summer break, so It's not likely for her to change that much. The four of us together is also rare, if I do say so myself. From the incident at the Red Manton Aquarium onward, before we realized it, we'd become friends. In place of Sayo, who doesn't care for emails or phone calls, Miku has served as the go-between, leading to the creation of the plan for us to hang out today. I quickly became friends with the self-paced, sociable Miku. I felt it was somewhat wondrous that even I could become friends so easily with anyone. But even in class, I feel like more people are talking with me. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about what we're doing today though. Didn't I tell you that we're doing karaoke? What? Karaoke? I'll pass, I don't care for it. What? Are you bad at singing? As if she were waiting for it, Himeno was broadly grinning. When she talks with Sayo, Himeno is lively in a different way than she is in class. According to Miku, in the beginning, Sayo had the upper hand, but after several days there were signs that this was being reversed. I'm not bad. Are you embarrassed? That's enough. It's fine if we go. I'll say this though, I don't know how this will turn out. What does that mean? It's not like I come to karaoke frequently, but I know enough to know that it's not a place where something could happen. At something said behind someone's back, Miku is grinning for some reason. Oh hey, look at this. This place is fancy. With Himeno at the helm, we finish checking in. Order each of our drinks and a snack for us to share. Sayo and I sit towards the middle, with Himeno at my side and Miku next to Sayo. Just as we finally settled down, it's Sayo who is the first to move. Nimbly operating the touchpad remote, she leads the charge with the first song. Standing up straight, she uses the loading time to face the microphone and chat. Oh yeah, my favorite song, the one that goes wub the whole time. I'm merely entering songs I like. Please add them as you see fit. Once Sayo finishes saying this, the intense drumming reverberates from the speakers. A rock number in a genre I know nothing about is unfurling from the speakers. Maybe it's the same for Himeno. Sayo begins to sing the first line just a little bit late. I have a feeling I know why Miku didn't tell her until the day of that we were going to karaoke. As the ringlinger of the cajoling, Himeno looks like she wants to say something. I'll sing too! Taking a microphone from the table, Miku pops up. Unexpectedly, considering her appearance, Miku apparently likes hard rock as well. Sayo seems a little dissatisfied, but when the song starts, the both of them seem to be enjoying it. Compared to Sayo, Miku is a good singer. She accurately sings even the most intense songs. I thought Himeno was a good singer, but this is even better. Hey Mayu, I don't know how to get into this. Just as the second melody ends, Himeno whispers in my ear. Even so, her voice is loud enough not to be drowned out by the microphone. I don't know either. I don't listen to this kind of music either. Right, though it's not surprising that Sayo-chan and Miku like this type of song. Himeno and I have similar taste in music. Both of us like pop music. If we sing them in front of Sayo and Miku, they might get mad. But when neither of us chooses a song, Sayo puts another one on. The band is different, but the song is the same. Anyway, should we throw up our hands? Agreed. Let's thrust out our fists. Somehow I try to elevate the mood in the room, and it goes better than I expected. Glancing at us, Miku starts to snicker. You two want to sing? Sayo is getting pretty pumped up. It seems wrong to interrupt. Sayo immediately makes a displeased face and tosses the microphone. Uh-oh. If you want to sing, just say so. But I don't know this song. It's fine, just sing. What? Even as I push the mic back towards her, Saya won't take it. Maybe she didn't think that I wouldn't know the song. Well then, Himeno-chan, you'll sing too? Nah, I don't know it either. In the end, the three of us end up in a shape similar to a game of Oshikura Manju. Miku doesn't seem like she's completely enjoying it though. Despite the jumble and disorder, I really enjoy it. Then what do you guys know? Well, there was the theme to that recent detective drama. I like that song. I don't listen to those kind of songs. I know it. Well then, the three of us can sing it. Sayo sticks out her lip like she's pouting. After that, it wasn't really karaoke in the traditional sense. I found watching Himeno and Sayo's squabbles to be particularly charming. During that time, Miku and I chat while drinking our beverages. Since this is still during free time, we can stay as long as we want. The fun times will continue on and on. For example, even when today's done, my time's not up. From here on, there will be many more good and bad times. I'll probably have many more arguments with everyone. I'll probably have times where I hate myself. Even so, in the end, I want to laugh and take it all in. Because I think that first step, it's a happy one. Mayu, why are you spacing out? I just realized that the background, like the theme of the room, is like fish and aquarium stuff. I can understand why the song is playing. There aren't enough mics, but let's all sing together anyway. Right. When I stand up, a single drop trickles out and falls. A drop of poison. Just reminiscing a bit on all that's happened. Just one last drop, and then I can no longer hear the sound of them. I try to sing with all my heart, and somehow it feels really good. Sound of my tears dropping. That wasn't a terrible end. That was okay. Everyone made it out alive, except Mari. The limited ocean of life. So, let's take a look at our ending list. We've got all of the endings except one true end and one bad end. And to my understanding, you actually get one of the bad ends, like, on the route to the true end. Like, it's part of it. Kind of. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. And I'm worried, I'm worried that this is going to take a while yet, but maybe it won't. Maybe there'll be some similar dialogue. I don't know. But we will tackle that problem next time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!